Welcome back to episode 10 of Farming Simulator 25 Start From Nothing Challenge. It is my pleasure to have you here today. In the last episode, we did about 5 contracts and made a bunch of money using our fertilizer spreader and the brand new weeder we bought last episode. And we actually ended up turning a profit of over $1,000 even though we bought this weeder and another pallet of fertilizer last episode. We are doing well. To kick this episode off, we are going to be starting with more fertilizer missions. You could have guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. So let us throw our pallet fork on. I'm going to widen this out because we can actually get on the proper side of it this time like we should have been doing before. So let's throw this on. There we go. We have enough for a complete refill inside of this bad boy, so we don't necessarily have to worry about running out, at least for the first 2 missions, and I'm hoping that we can get all the way to a 3rd mission done. Not only that, but we do have herbicide available to us, so we could possibly lease some equipment and do some herbicide missions, but we really haven't decided on that one yet. So we are looking for fertilizing missions. These two are both right next to each other, so we're going to take on these 2 fertilizing missions first, and we're going to head up to the northeast and get these bad boys underway. I will see you in just a moment. And here we are arriving at the first field of 2. They're both right up here, which is a very glorious thing. We're gonna do one headland. As we do, lock it on, turn it on, and turn on is this button. Oopsie, there we go. This will work out well. So let's get this field done, and I'm going to take the liberty just to do the other one in the same time lapse, and then we can continue with the episode. Well, it appears I have run myself out of fertilizer, right up here at the end, of course. So we need to drive all the way back to town, pick up another pallet of it, which is unfortunate, but it is exactly what it is. No other way to paint it. So we're going to have to, we could complete this first one for the money to purchase the fertilizer, but it is just mildly unfortunate no matter what way we want to look at it. So I'm going to go pick it up, and then we'll be able to finish this field with, you know, probably less than 100 of the 1,000 we're going to get. And there we are. We are 2 fertilizing contracts already in. It's looking great. We're up to $18,000. We could, in theory, take on a couple more fertilizing missions quick. We have the means to take on these missions anyways right with us. We might as well hit at least the 63, or whatever this one up on top was. We might as well take care of this one on our way back down, and that way we can approach the next contract with about 20 grand. That'll be really nice, truthfully. We could, in theory, consider picking up a bigger hoe as well, or we could start considering getting some mowers lined up, because those are fairly quick ways to get some money as well. But I'm trying not to get our equipment too wide before we can pick stuff up on the sale, because like that mulcher right there, $4 grand, I don't foresee a world where we get a mulching mission is the reason why I haven't bought it yet. So it's like, I don't know, maybe it's more worth just sitting on this money until those tools come on to sale. But if we just don't make a move whatsoever, we're just gonna be stockpiling money until maybe we buy a piece of land. Maybe that's the deal. Yeah, we're going south on this road. So let's pick up this fertilizing mission right here. Maybe that's the plan, is we start to stockpile money until we have our own piece of land. When we get our own piece of land, I'm not quite sure what the main goal is going to be right off the bat. I think that's unfortunate, but if I could figure out what we want to do, like maybe we're going to go into like doing grass, doing silage, we could do that. Or do we get like greenhouses and do it in that way? I think greenhouses could be very effective as well. It's just going to come down to choosing one that we want to actively partake in. Lock on, turn it on. This mission is going to be fairly quick anyways, because I want to be able to start making our own stuff, because that's where our profit margin is truly the greatest. We can just choose when we sell and we can maximize our profit instead of just doing the contract work. But at the same time, the contract work is very nice because we don't have to try to deal with owning the stuff ourselves. We could just lease if we need to. But I'm considering trying to get a piece of land either late this year or early into next, and maybe trying to get some greenhouses running, because truthfully, we've got the front loader. We're going to have a trailer for the skid steer contract anyways. This one, we're not really going to be saving much if we do anything anyways. So to me, it just makes sense to get, just save up unless a piece of equipment comes on sale. Because our tractor is not really worth a crazy amount of money. Yeah, it's got the front end loader. It's got all the attachments. It's a kind of a nice tractor, but it is not going to be a long-term solution for us, especially with the 116 horsepower it has. We need something with more horse. It's going to be able to take us longer into the series. And I think it's going to be land, greenhouse, and then maybe we might own that trailer before then, depending on if we get another stone removal contract. I think that would be the main driving factor of buying a trailer, would be a stone removal contract like the one we did in the previous episode. But either way, now that we're kind of finishing up this contract mission here, we're going to start looking at maybe some weeding missions for this episode. We could also look at a wood transport mission. Let's just take a peek and see what we're looking at for both of those. There is a $2,700 and a $25. $25 looks way easier. And then, that wood transport mission actually looks fairly nice. There's only 9 trees. We could just throw on the log forks and drive them down the hill quick. And that's $2,000. That's some pretty easy money if you ask me. I think that's where we're going to end up going. We're going to drive south for just a second. We're going to take this access. Hoping this is a good one. I will see you back at the shop. All right, so what I'm thinking here is we're probably going to take on that wood mission just because it's so close to that lumber yard that we really don't have to worry about anything in regards to that mission. We can just grab the log forks, drive them down the hill quick. Don't have to deal with loading. It might be faster if we bring the trailer with, but I really don't know. Truthfully, I don't think it will be. We can just drive up, pick up 2 logs at a time, drive them down the hill and be done. But then we only have to drive down the hill once. Let's bring the trailer with. We also have to switch out our pallet forks for log forks, as we do. All right, we are all ready to go. I have the weight on the tractor, got the log forks, and our wood trailer. Next up is the drive. All right, and here we are. I don't even know what any of this other stuff does. Oh, looks good enough for me, fellas. We're gonna lift. That weight switched around so we can actually move. We might consider buying a weight that has the attachment to it so that we can hook up a trailer and the weight at the same time. But I don't think it's truly necessary where we're at right now. And see what we're looking at. I mean, 3 logs is pretty crazy. That's a good pull right there. Good thing we own a weight, because otherwise this would not be happening. Still is barely happening. It means we're just going to have to be precise. Just enough weight. Yeah, good enough. I really didn't think we'd be getting more than 2 logs at a time on this fork anyways, so that's amazing for us. We can just kind of drop it down. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was expecting more of, is just getting too flat like this. We're going to just slap them on and keep going. Yeah, nothing wrong with this. This looks like it's pretty well worth $2,000. Only thing that'd be more worth is if I had a way to get down here faster. But I don't think I do. I get this one to slide out. A beautiful job indeed. This will be a little bit more challenging. That is so close. Maybe get a little pinch. Oh baby. I don't see it fitting through there, so we're gonna try this. Whoa. Those things are going crazy. Yeah, that looks realistic to me. Never seen something quite so realistic in my life. Oh, I don't think I can do it today. Maybe we can. Yep, the drift machine is back up and running. This is a beautiful $2,000. This is what we like to make right here. There we are. A wood transport completed. Oh, we have the fertilizing mission as well. It is looking up. There's a deadwood mission up here too. All we have to do is go chop down 7 trees. We might as well. We're not going to even consider collecting any wood here because it has proven to be not very valuable to us. But I think this is going to be well worth it. I don't know if this is the weight or the trailer, but that's the timber trailer. We're just going to leave this down here for a second while we go and find this deadwood we got to chop. Oh wow, it's all right here. There's one behind the place. We don't even have to really move, leave the tractor. This is going to be some very nice, very easy money. And because we don't have to really mess with a lot of stuff, we're not going to worry about how the trees lie. We're just going to slice it up and call it. This will work well. He can come bring a stump grinder out here. Not our problem. Alright, we're just going to check for second treetops. There's one. This one is well dead. See you later, buddy. Nice. Look to our left. I don't see any dead trees. Good. To our right more. This one's alive. It's okay. Walk in the perimeter of this ring. We're getting these missions figured out, baby. These are alive. These trees are alive. Let the record show. No dead wood back here yet. There's one in the middle. We know there's one in the middle. There's one right here in front of us. One right here. Okay, we're gonna chop some dead wood back here now. You see at least 3 more. That's worthy of making the attempt here. One more. Get out the flashlight so I can run a little bit faster. Pull it that way. Don't even know where this one's gonna fall. I really don't care. Looks not decent or halfway decent. We knew there was one over here somewhere, wasn't there? Let's just step out here for a second. Maybe we'll see one. Not at all. So we're looking between here-ish and to the left. I seen 3 originally. Now I don't see my targets anymore. There's one right there. A lot of dead wood. This one. Probably have one more tree. And usually I expect to find it on the outside edge. But this time, I'm guessing that will not be the case for us. We likely have to look a little bit more towards the middle because we walked the outside edge already. Could be down this way. We just fell one right here. Oh, right there in front of us. Look at that. Unbelievable. Of all the spots, had to be right in front of us. Being the one we didn't really get. I do wonder if I can just like force one of these on tractor. I don't even think it's worth it. I think we're going to take our $1,000 and absolutely get out of here. 2 mowing. Honestly, mowing missions are so easy. I think we would be fools not to want to get into those mowing missions. But that means we need to get into mowers. What kind of value? What kind of value are we looking at for a nice set of mowers here? Not terrible, actually. We could lease this cheaper set. 120 horse, 110. I think we're going to lease some cheaper sets of mowers and see how the missions go. But first, we're going to switch this weight back to the front, get all the way back to the shop, and talk to this guy, because, see, he's 45. Tell me more. Harold's a carpenter. Love chairs. Interesting. Very good. Interesting. Interesting. I get what you're saying. Okay. Look over the wood shop. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. That was a whole lot of not a lot in terms of what we just learned, and that's okay, I guess. So let's just spin this around. I'm gonna head back down to the shop once I get all this taken care of. I mean, we've got $2,200. We might be looking at maybe the slight purchase of a lawnmower to aid in our contracts. We might purchase like the small front one and then lease the back one, but that's all going to depend. I don't know how many contracts I intend on doing for those, or at least mowing, but I know I'm gonna do a lot of mowing later in the series anyways, so I think a small mower does make some sense. But I'm gonna think about that on the way back to the shop. I will catch you then. All right. Okay, so I got to thinking, and I think we're going to end up purchasing this smaller of the mowers and then leasing this big one. Just because I want to retain the option to mow for $0, but I also, holy smoke, $1,700 to lease that one. What's the leasing cost on this one? $800. We're going to lease this little one, so that way we can go take on some of the bigger mowing missions here. So we can just accept both of these outright, mowing and mowing. Hop in our tractor and let's put on our new mower and our leased back mower. I'm fairly excited about this. I think we're going to see a lot of money making opportunities with our mowers in this game, without a doubt. And so now we're looking for field 80 and field 92. One is straight west and one is in the southwest corner, which is truthfully some pretty nice. It's a good look for us. Map view. Yeah, we're going way down into that bottom left. And yeah, so we'll go left here at this turn. We're going to keep it like this for now, just so I can actually keep an eye on exactly where we're going. But I'm very excited about using, or at least owning this front mower. I think it's going to be very useful in the event that we do buy our own land, because we'll be able to mow, and then we would just need to put a forage wagon behind our tractor, and all of a sudden we have a sellable product, either being silage or grass. I didn't realize that was a turn that I completely botched. Let's just turn around in the middle of the right here. It all works well. But either way, all I know is that these mowing missions Once we have the equipment, they are very cost effective. And that can be said for anything that has a super high leasing cost, but not a super high reward. For everything except for fertilizer spreaders, because you can cover a massive ground with fertilizer spreaders in a blink of an eye. So we're going to start the unfolding process now, just because it can take some time on some mowers. And we're actually going to lift the back one for just a moment. It looks like we have mowed this field before, and that's for good reason. Can I get some guidelines? Yeah, that's going to help me out a little bit more. And there we go. It looks like we're going to mow this at a pretty slow pace, or at least until we can accelerate a little bit. That is to be expected. I mean, we have 116 horsepower, and both these things require 100 or 110, so it might be a little slow. Maybe we'd be better off just with only one of the rear big ones, but being able to even mow in the first place is going to be a major W for us. Plus, truthfully, 5 or 6 miles per hour isn't the worst. We could do worse. And with that, the first field is all figured out. What a beautiful thing. So we're just going to boogie around the bottom corner here. I don't even think I like the way our tractor deals with this bigger rear mower. We really don't handle it that well, truthfully. So I'm considering just returning it right now and just using the front mower. And actually, we're going to. I think that it's a fine decision. And we're going to hit return here. It was nice. It was worth the $500 to try it out. But truthfully, we know that that is not going to be the play for ourselves. Let's get the map back here just to see where we're going. We're going way over there. Not the end of the world, but we do have to make a detour because of... Oh, no, that's not water. That is actually a road. So we could pretty much just bomb straight here through some trees and end up on the other side. But yeah, we're just gonna try this next field by only using the front and seeing if that is a little less, I don't know if frustrating is the word, but that's the word I'm gonna go with. If you have 1 ounce of love for yourself, I do not recommend doing this. And this as in only using a front mower, especially for contract work. That was slow. Now granted, $2,700 feels good. While we were doing that, I want to show you guys something that came onto the auction or in the sales section here. $84,000 for 171 horsepower. That's almost double. Our tractor, so let's see, it was 84K. Our tractor, as it sits, is worth 32K. And I mean, we could sell our trailer, and I really don't want to sell the mower, but truth be told, we got 40, we got 50, we got like 57K sitting here, which is right up at like $70,000. The tractor itself is only 35% off though, and I think that's where my main reason for not purchasing it is going to be, is just in the fact that it's only 35% off. And when you can see some pretty nice numbers, 50s, 60s. So sadly, we are not going to be upgrading our tractor in episode 10. That being said, I still think we have opportunity to learn in this episode. And the simple part is, I think the first thing you should be looking to buy is land. Of course, you can get like your trailer and stuff to be able to do your rock removal missions and make those ones go a little bit quicker. I think the best way to get your money going early in the game is to get a field and get something that you can sell for yourself, because we're not making very much money at all. Now granted, nice piece of equipment, nice piece of equipment, nice piece of equipment. This was $6,500. This was like $2,000, and this was like another 6 or something. So, or actually, was it 6? It was 13, and we still got $12,000 to our name. So I highly recommend just like slowly starting to pick up implements. But I think we're going to be waiting for sales for us to expand because our tractor is too weak to capitalize on being able to do mowing effectively and efficiently. And truthfully, it's pretty light. So there's a lot of things that could be going better for us, but truthfully, it's going pretty well as I do see fit. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your possible Monday or whatever day it is for you. I will see you next time in episode 11 of our FS25 Start From Nothing Challenge. Take care.